want to ask give you some opportunity to follow up with some of the questions. The underlying concern that some of my colleagues have is a valid concern. If a person who's going to serve on the judge is advocating terrorism or supports terrorism or sexual misconduct, then that would be a disqualifier. But on the other hand, if a person has worked in an organization for a significant period of time, they're not involved in every single personnel issue, or if a person has a Muslim background and served as an advisory board, it doesn't necessarily mean they subscribe or even are aware of the views of everybody who shows up. And I'll say, I served as a public defender, and I represented some really bad people who did some really bad things. And in some of my political life, people attacked me for my defending people that the court assigned me to represent, ascribing to me an advocacy of the conduct as opposed to an advocacy of the right that our Constitution provides people for a fair defense. And I'm getting a sense that's happening to some extent to each of you. So, Mr. Mangi, I'll just ask you first. That was an eloquent statement about how your experience in Pakistan and how you saw that there was not an ability to have rights respected because there wasn't the institutions of the rule of law there. I found that quite inspiring. But just flat out, is there any hesitation on your part to condemn genocide?
No.
And is there any hesitation on your part to condemn any person who commits terrorist activities and violence towards innocent people?
Senator, no hesitation whatsoever. And let me add that if anyone has aspirations to attack minority communities or indeed to attack the Jewish community here in America, they'd have to go through me first.
Right, and so you condemn what Hamas did to innocent Israelis on October 7th, and you condemn what terrorists did to New York on 9/11.
Of course.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Berner, you are being, you served 17 years at SEIU.
I came to SEIU as an attorney in 2006, and I have served as its general counsel since 2017.
All right, and then you've been asked some questions by my colleague, Ms. Blackburn, about apparently a personnel incident. Do you want to just elaborate on what it is you knew or didn't know about that?
Senator, the personnel incident that I was asked about did not occur at SEIU.
Yeah.
The incident occurred at one of SEIU's local affiliates, which are separately incorporated, separately managed, and separately governed. What I will say is that my involvement in any matter on behalf of my client would be the topic of course, attorney-client privilege. I have served as a zealous advocate for my client, and in my 25 years of practicing law, I have represented corporations and unions. I've represented individuals as both defendants and plaintiffs, and in every case, I have fulfilled my obligation as a lawyer to be a zealous advocate, and I understand that the role of a judge is very different.
Right. And has there ever been a time on a personnel matter where you were responsible for the supervision of an employee where an allegation of sexual misconduct was brought to your attention that you disregarded?
No, Senator.
Okay, thank you. I yield back.